Good everyone, my name is Goddan. In today's class, we'll continue on our series, Measures of Central Tendency. And then in our last class, we said that measure of central tendency is a way to find the center of a data. That is finding one single number that then represents other numbers, or that is used to measure other numbers. And I will say the three major types of central tendency are mean, median, and mode, right? And then we looked at mean in our last class. In today's class, we'll be looking at median. Now, median is the middle of any data, the middle of any data in its arranged form. Take note of the keyword. It has to be arranged in order. Now, when we say arranged in order, it means we arrange it either in ascending order or we arrange it either in descending order. Whichever way you arrange your data, either in descending order or in ascending order, it's fine. The middle number is the median. However, the data has to be arranged first before you can find the middle number. Unlike mean, where we can just go ahead to find the sum of the data, right, over the total data. However, for median, it must be arranged. So, for example, I have, say, 10, right? Let's say I have another data 15, another data 10, another data 11, another information, say, 12, another information, say, 10, another information, say, 11, right? Another information, say, 9, and another information, say, 10. Okay, now, to find the median of this data, the first thing to do is to arrange either in ascending order or you arrange in descending order, right? Now, to arrange in ascending order is to arrange from the smallest to the biggest. While to arrange in descending order, descending, if you are descending from the highest to the lowest, which means you are arranging from the biggest now to the smallest. Whichever way you arrange, you will get your median, right? So now I'm arranging in ascending order, which means I'm arranging from the smallest to the biggest. Arrange in ascending order. Of course, the smallest number here is 9, so we have 9 first. The next number is 10. We have 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. The next one is 11. We have 1 and 2. Yes, we have 1, and then we have 2. The next one is 12. Just one of it, we have 12. And then the next one is 15. And then that is 15. Now that it had been arranged in ascending order, we can now find the middle number. Very simple. Take the first, take the last. Take the next, take the next. Take the next, take the next. Take the next, take the next. You realize that the middle number is 10. That means that our median is equal 10. Now, this is easy to get because the total number of data, the total number of numbers in this data is an odd number. What do I mean? Look at it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 9 numbers in this data. 9 is an odd number. So if your total number, if the total of numbers in your data is an odd number, then the middle number easily is the median. However, if the total of the number in your data is an even number, say 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, and so on and so forth, then what you do is that you pick the 2 middle number and then divide it by 2. Let's take, for example, if I add another Okay, let's take another data for example. So I have 80, I have 29, I have 83, I have 80, I have 46, and then I have 80 again, for example. Now, what do I do? The first thing I need to do to find the median of this data is to first arrange either in descending order or in ascending order. So I'm arranging in ascending order. I have 29 first, so I have 29. I have 46 next, so I have 46. I have 80 next, right? Three of them. And then that is 1, 2, and then 3. And then finally, I have 83. I have 83. If you look at this, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 is an even number. If you begin to pick from the beginning and the end, you have 1, pick the first, pick the last, pick the next, pick the next, pick the next, pick the next. You realize that the two numbers in the middle are 80 and 80. These are the two numbers in the middle. Now, so what you do is that you add up the two numbers in the middle and then divide it by 2. This will give us 160 over 2, which is equal 80. So our median will equal 80. So when the total of the numbers in the data is odd, the middle number automatically becomes the median. But when the total of number in the data is even, the two numbers in the middle divided by 2 is the median. Now, this is easier because these are ungrouped data. Remember, we talked about ungrouped data. Ungrouped data is we using the raw data as we fetch it, right? Using it in the form of calculation. But grouped data, like I said in the last class, is used majorly when we have large number of data. So for example, if you have 1,000 number of data, I mean, trying to find the median of 1,000 data could be cumbersome and tiring, right? You might even make mistake. You might not even be able to find it. But if you have very large number of data, the first thing you need to do, now we have grouped data now, if I have to find the median of grouped data. Now, the first thing you need to do is to group them in class. You group them in class. So let's take, for example, I have data, numbers from 1 to 50 appearing in a data. Numbers from 1 to 50. So maybe I could have 1, 1, 1, 10, 2, 3, 5, 5, like that up to 50. Now, all of these numbers, let's assume the total number of, maybe 1 appear 8 times, and then 2 appeared 15 times, 3 appeared 20 times, and so on and so forth, such that by the time you add the total number of appearance, we are getting, say, 200, for example. Now, we might not be able to find the median directly of 200 because it is quite large. What do? We group them in class. Say all numbers, say class, for example, right? So we say all numbers between 1 to 10. All numbers between 1 to 10, group them in one class. Then all numbers between 11 to 20, group them in one class. All numbers between 21 to 30, group them in one class. Then all numbers between 31 to 40, group them in one class. Then all numbers between 41 to 50, group them in one class. Now, we need to get their frequency. Now, the frequency is the number of times that each class occur. The number of times each class occur. So, for example, all numbers between 1 to 10, let's assume they occur, say, 30 times, right? And then these guys between 11 to 20 occur 20 times. right? And then between 21 to 30 occur 33 times. And then let's say between 31 to 40 occur 57 times. And then between 41 to 50 occur, let's say, this is 90, 140. Okay, let's say this occur 60 times now. Now, you see, what we've just done is to make our work less cumbersome. So instead of writing plenty ones up to 10 and up to 50, what we've just done is we've grouped them in class. 1 to 10 be in one class, nursery 1. 11 to 20 be in one class, primary 2. 21 to 30 be in one class, GSS 2. 31 to 40 be in one class, SS 3. 41 to 50 be in one class, university, right? And then we just write out their frequency. How many times do we have numbers between 1 to 10? That is their frequency. How many times do we have numbers from 11 to 20? That is their frequency. How many times do we have numbers from 21 to 30? That is their frequency. Now, you see, this will now help us to be able to find the median of our grouped data. Now, because we can't just directly find the median of this grouped data, we have to use the formula that says median equal capital letter L plus open bracket n over 2 minus CF, now all over F, small letter f now, then times C. Don't be scared. I'm going to explain each formula for you and how to find each formula. It's not even difficult at all. You see, capital letter L is the lower boundary of the median class. Now I'm going to show you how to find the median class. Very easy, not difficult. So once we are able to find the median class, we can now find the lower boundary of the median class. In fact, you see, to find the lower boundary and the upper boundary of each class, for example, now what boundary does for us is that it helps us to bridge the gap between the upper class of a class and the lower class of the other. So for example, the upper class of 1 to 10 is 10. The lower class of the next class, which is 11 to 20, is 11. Between 10 and 11, we have a distance of 1 between them. Now, boundary will help us to close this distance between the upper class of the previous class and the lower class of the next class. And how do we bridge this gap? You see, the difference, the distance between the two gaps is 1. Divide it by 2. That gives us 0.5. Now, what you now do to get the lower class boundary using the lower class of each class now will be just take 0.5, which is what we get. The difference between the upper class and the lower class. The difference between the upper class and the lower class. Between the upper class and the lower class of each class is 111. Divided by 2 is 0.5. So the lower class for this first one is 1, which is 0.5. Take away 0.5 from this, and then the upper class will be 10.5. Add 10.5. Take away from the lower class, add to the upper class. Take away from the lower class, add to the upper class. So that if we are going to find class boundary now, since what we need is the lower class boundary, so let's look for lower class boundary. If we are going to look for the upper class boundary too, which we can, right? So the lower class boundary here, take away 0.5 from 1, this will be 0.5. The upper class boundary will be 10.5. Add 10 to the upper class. Take away 0.5 from the lower class, that will be 10.5. Add 10 to the upper class, that will be 20.5. You will now notice between the upper class boundary and the next lower class boundary, there is no more distance. We now have 10.5 at the upper class boundary, and then the next class is also starting from 10.5. So the class boundary had helped us to close the gap. Now the lower class boundary, take away 0.5 from 21, we have 20.5, which is the same thing. The next one, add 0.5, that's 30.5. Take away, we have 30.5, add, we have 40.5. Take away, we have 40.5, add, we have 50.5. Now this our L is the lower class boundary of the median class, while CF is the cumulative frequency. CF, sorry, manage my board for me please, is the cumulative frequency before the median class. While the small letter f is the frequency of the median class, and then our C is the class size. How do you find your class size? The difference between the upper class and the lower class. Upper class, which is UC, minus lower class. If you look at it, our C in this case is equal, upper class is 10, right? Lower class is 1. That will be 10 minus 1, and that is 9. If you look at the next upper class too, 20 minus 11 is 9. 30 minus 21 is 9. 40 minus 21 is 9. So it means that the class size, which is also the same thing as the class width, right, is equal to 9. So that means that our C is equal 9. So that helps us to find the median of a grouped data, that is capital letter L, which is the lower boundary of the median class, in plus bracket n over 2. N is the total frequency, right? So if I have the total frequency now, we have 30 plus 20 is 50. 50 plus 33 is 83. 83 plus 57 is 140. 140 plus 60 is 200. So that means that our N is equal 200. Right? Now, your CF, that is the cumulative frequency now. Now, CF is not just the total cumulative frequency. CF is the cumulative frequency before the median class. I'll show you how to find the median class now, because it looks like our L depends on the median class. Our CF depends on the median class. Our F also depends on the median class, because F is the frequency of the median class. CF is the frequency, is the cumulative frequency before the median class. Now, what does cumulative, the word cumulative, what does it mean? Cumulative means the successive addition of the frequency. That's what it means, cumulative frequency. Cumulative means successive addition of frequency. Frequency there means the successive addition of the frequency. So if I'm going to get the cumulative frequency of this data now, the first frequency is 30. Before 30, there is nothing. So 0 plus 30 is 30. The next cumulative frequency now will be 30 plus 20, that is 50. So the cumulative frequency for class 11 to 20 is 50. The cumulative frequency from class 21 to 30 is add successive frequency up to this. That is 50 plus 33, that is 83. The next one is plus 57, that is 140. The next one is plus 60, which is 200. So the cumulative frequency for 1 to 10 is 30. The cumulative frequency for 11 to 20 is 50. The cumulative frequency for 21 to 30 is 83. The cumulative frequency for 31 to 40 is 140. And for 41 to 50 is 200. But we need to find the median class, because our cumulative frequency our CF is the cumulative frequency before the median class. Now, how do we find the median class? How do we find the median class? Now, you will notice that our total frequency is 200. Is that so? Yes. So 200 is the total frequency. The middle of 200 will be 100, which is 200 divided by 2, which is equal 100. That our median class has a cumulative frequency of 100. So to locate the median class is to locate the cumulative frequency that 100 will fall on, right? 100 is clearly above 30, which is the first class. So it means the first class is not the median class. 100 is above the addition of the first and the second class, which means the median class cannot be between this. Now, 100 is clearly above the first three classes, which is 83, which means the median class cannot be between the first, second, and the third. Now, 100 is between 140. It means that our median class is at this point where we have 140, which is between 31 to 40. So this is our median class. Now, it means that our L is equal the lower class boundary, right, of median class. This is our lower class boundary, right? This is the lower class boundary, which is 30.5. So it means that our L is equal 30.5. Our N, we know, is equal 200. The cumulative frequency before the median class. So this is the median class. The cumulative frequency before the median class is 83. So which means that our CF is equal 83. Now, small letter f, which is the frequency of the median class, which is this, right, is 57. Our small letter f is 57. Now, our class size, which is C, is equal 9, like we got. That is, we subtracted upper class from lower class from upper class. 50 minus 41 is 9. So we've gotten all parameters in our median. We can now find the median, right, which is equal capital letter L, that is 30.5, plus, in brackets, N over 2 is 200 over 2, minus CF is 83, all over F, which is 57, times C, which is 9. So that the median of this group's data is equal 30.5 plus, in brackets, 200 over 100 is 100, minus 83 over 57, and then we have times 9. So this will give us 30.5 plus 100 minus 83 is equal, that is 17, right? Is it 17? Yes, 17 over 57, and then we have times 9. 3 can cancel out, we have 3. 3 we cancel out, we have 19, right? 3 can't cancel out again. So that will give us, we have 30.5 plus 17 over 19, then times 3. If you do this multiplication, you will get 30.5 plus 17 times 3. 3 times 7 is 21. We have 1. Remember 2. 3 times 1 is 3, which is 51 over 19. I mean, we have, this is over 1. We can take LCM, which is what? 19. 1 through 19 is 19. 30.5 times 19. 9 times 5 is 45, remainder 4. 9 times 0 is 0 plus 4 is 4. So 9 times 3 is 27. 1 times 5 is 5. 1 times 0 is 0. 1 times 3 is 3. We have 5, we have 9, we have 7, we have 5. We have 1 decimal point, so this is 4. So this gives us 579.5 plus 51 over 19. If you add 51 to this, you get 0.5, 0, 3, and then 5. So this gives us 530.5 over 19. If you do this division, let's do the division so that we can get a decimal point, a single digit, right? Sorry, I'm trying to open my calculator, and then I have 530.5 divided by 19. That will give us 27.9. It means that the median of this group data is equal to 27.9. Like I said, please take notes. This group data is meant for upper secondary schools, at least starting from GSS3, right? While primary school, lower secondary school will always do find median of the ungrouped data, which is very easy. If the total number of data is odd, just the middle number arrange first. The middle number is your median. If the total number of data is even, arrange first. Then the 2 middle numbers divided by 2 is your median. Please do it to like, subscribe, share, right? Share to as many people as you know needs this this class. And if you wish to join our maths community on WhatsApp, where you can ask any math question, please send us a DM or leave your phone number in the comment section. Send us a message in the comment section, and then we'll respond to you as soon as possible. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next class where we'll be treating the mode, both for ungrouped data and grouped data. Till I come your way again, bye for now.